Okay, this question is a WAEC question. It's a standard WAEC question. I want to explain to you how you can solve this problem when you come across it. So let's look at the question or the questions given, then we'll come back and look at the features of the question, okay, of the diagram. So here we have that the figure above shows a truncated square pyramid. Draw the full size. The question 1, giving view, question 2, plan, and question 3, end elevation in direction of arrow Q. So those are the questions that we have to answer with the use of this figure. Now the height of the pyramid is 75 mm, as we are told that it's a square pyramid. The height is 75 mm, and the distance from this point to where the cutting plane touch this side is 35 mm. Okay, then this cutting plane here that cut the upper part of the pyramid is at angle 45 degree to the horizontal line, while this second cutting plane that cut the base or the part of the base of the pyramid is at angle 70 degree, angle 30 degree to the horizontal line. Then for the base of the pyramid is a square and the length of side is 70 mm. So we are going to make use of these features to answer the questions given. Then arrow Q, this is arrow Q, is in this direction. So everything will be made use of for us to answer the questions given to us. So first thing that we need to do is that we draw a vertical center line. So draw a vertical center line like this. Okay, and the next thing is we move it up a bit and draw the horizontal center line. Okay, so the next is from your ruler and your compass, take your compass and measure 35 mm, which is half of the length of the square base. So take 35 mm on your ruler, and put it at this point. So make an arc here. And make an arc here. Okay. Now from each of these points we are going to draw. So draw a horizontal line from here to here. Okay, then move it up. So draw a horizontal line here. Okay, then take your set square. So draw a vertical line here, and then here also draw a vertical line. Okay, so we have produced the square. So let's number this square. So this point, I will call it 1, and this is 2. So this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so next thing that we are going to do is to draw the front elevation. Just to move the T-square up a bit and draw a horizontal line there. Okay, now so after drawing the horizontal line, after you have drawn the horizontal line, so take your set square and draw this line. When it touches the horizontal line, stop it there, and also draw this one. When it touches the horizontal line, stop it there. So this point here, I will call it this point here, I will call it 1 prime, 2 prime, and this point here I will call it 3 prime and 4 prime. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we measure the height of the pyramid. which is 75 mm. So this is 75. So this is 75 mm here. So we are now going to join. So point 1 prime, 2 prime to the height of the pyramid. This is it. Okay. And then point 3 prime, 4 prime, we join it to the height of the pyramid. So it goes like this. Okay. Now the next thing is we are going to put the cutting planes. So the cutting plane that cut the pyramid up here is at 45 degrees to the horizontal. But one thing about it is that, as we have here, that this cutting plane touch this side at angle, this cutting plane touch this side at a distance of 35 mm from the base of the pyramid. So what you do is that just take your ruler, so set it like this, and take 35 mm on this vertical center line. Then you transfer it. So transfer this point to the side of the pyramid. So here we have this point here. So this is the point. So then take your 45 degrees set square. Take your 45 degrees set square. So set it here and draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane goes like this. Okay. And the second one, which is here, is at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal line. So put your compass at there. Put your set square at this point. 30 degrees set square. Put at this point here, where we have 3 prime, 4 prime, and draw the cutting plane like this. So that's the cutting plane. All right. So after doing this, the next thing that we are going to do is that, if you look at what we have in the diagram, so we have this part is shown with short dashes line. This is shown with short dashes line, short dashes line, short dashes line. So we are going to put it there. So I'm going to put short dashes line here. And here. Okay, and here. So this is also shown with short dashes line. Okay. All right. So we have this. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so when this part is cut off, we are going to see it in the plan. When this part is cut and we remove this part, so we are going to see it in the plan. So what we are going to do now is that, first we join 1 and 3 together with a straight line. Join 1 and 3 together with a straight line, and you join 2 and 4 together with a straight line. Alright, so let me have this. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this part, as I said, that when it is cut and if you remove this part, we are going to see it in the plan. So take your set square. Take your set square. So put it at this point here. Put it at this point. So where we have what? We have 1 and 2. This line contains 1 and 2. So this is point 1 and 2. So draw a vertical line into the plan. And wherever it touch line 1 and 2, so you stop it there. So this is it. Okay. So this line, it touch 1. It's touch 2 at this point, and it touch 1 at this point here. Touch 1 at this point. So, and then move it again to point 3 and 4. So So it touched point 3 here, and it touched line 4 on this point. So we are going to join this together with straight lines. So join this together with straight lines. So we join this together, and so we also join this together, and this change. Okay, so join this together. All right, so we have to show the roughness of this surface. When you cut it, it should look rough. So you cut it to remove the upper part, so you see a rough surface. So we have to show it. So we use our 45 degrees set square to draw arching lines. Which will be equally spaced as I'm doing here. So equally spaced. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So this is the roughness. By the time you remove this, you see this part looking rough. So another thing about this is that when we cut this cutting plane, cut part of the base of the pyramid. So by the time we remove this one, so we see that this side will come in a little bit. This part will come in a little bit. What I mean is this: I've made a diagram here that this is it. So if the cutting plane goes like this, by the time we remove this part, so we see this one coming in a little bit, to come in a little bit. So this will not be there again. So this part will not show again. So it will come in, it will just come in a bit. So and that's what we are going to do now. So what you need to do is that put your set square, set it at this point, and you draw a vertical line. Okay, so when you touch this line 1 and line 2, so you stop it there. And for this one is complete. This one is complete. It's only this part that is cut, but we have this remain complete. So what we are going to do is that we are going to join this point here and this point to 4 and 3. So this is it. So join this with this with a thick line, and also join this to this point with a thick line. So this will be made thick, and this will also be made thick, and this is also made thick. And okay, so we are done with the plan. So the next thing that we are going to do before we do other things is we are going to draw the end elevation. So to draw the end elevation, so put your set square on this line 2 and 3, draw horizontal line, then come to this point, draw a center line. Okay, and then come to line 1 and 4, draw horizontal line. Okay, and then come to this, to the horizontal line of the base of the pyramid, draw horizontal line. So then just move away a little bit from the plan, draw a vertical line like this. You then take your 45 degrees set square, set it at this point here, set it at this point, set it at this point here, set it at this point, and draw the line that we incline at an angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. Then from this point here, so set your set square here and draw a vertical line. So when it touches the horizontal line that comes out from the base of the pyramid, stop it there. So here this is a center line, so we're going to draw this one. So we draw it out like this. Okay, then come to this point here, draw a vertical line. So when it touches the horizontal line that comes out from the base, you stop it there. So the next thing we are doing is that we transfer the height of the pyramid to the end view or end elevation. So it's okay. So the next thing is I'm going to number it. So this line here, it contains 2 and 3. So this will be 2. This point is 2. And we have 3. And this line contains 1 and 4. This point contains 1 and 4. So we are going to join line 1 and 4 to the height of the pyramid, and line 2 and 3 to the height of the pyramid. Okay. All right. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that when you are looking at this object in this direction, this part will be hidden from you. It will be hidden from you. So we have to show it. And this is the part from here. So this is the part that we are talking about. So it will be hidden from you. You will not see it because this part will be hidden. I mean, this will be hidden. You are looking at this direction. In the direction of arrow Q, this part will be hidden from you. So which is this? So we need to show it in the end elevation. You need to show it in the elevation. So draw a line like this, and then from this point draw a line. So when you touch that inclined line at 45 degrees, so from here draw a vertical line. From here draw a vertical line. So when it touches the base of the pyramid, you stop it there. So and then draw a vertical line. So we are going to show this hidden. We are going to show this hidden. So we use short dashes line to show it. So this is it. Okay, and then for this, so we do the same thing here. Okay, so that's it. So we have to show it hidden because when we are looking at it in the direction, this part will be hidden from us. So the next thing that we are going to do is that from this point here, so we want to show this part it has to be shown in the end elevation because we are looking at it in this direction. So by the time we remove this, the rough surface must be shown in the end elevation. So just take your you can do it in 2 ways. Okay, let me explain it in this way. So what we are going to do is that take your T-square to this point and draw a horizontal line into the end elevation and move it up, draw a horizontal line from this point into the end elevation. Okay, so looking at what we have here, this line here, it contains 1 and 2. This line contains 1 and 2, and this is the point. This point is point 1 and 2. It's point 1 and 2. So if I follow this line here, this line on this line here, on this line, we have 1. We have 1. So this point is point 1. This point here is point 1. And also, if I follow this line, then follow this line. So this line contains 2. So this point here is point 2. So we have it. So follow this one. This is for 3 and 4. This line is for 3 and 4. So this point is for 3 and 4. So if I move like this, so here I have what? Here I have 4, and here I will have 3. So this point is point 3, and this point is point 4. So I have to show the roughness of the surface. I have to show the roughness of the surface. So take your 45-degree set square and make hatching lines. Make hatching lines. Okay. All right, so here's what we have. So we've produced the hatching lines there. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to label the part. So we need to label each of them. We need to label each of them, or we name them. So, and also we need to dimension. We need to show you dimensions on them. So that's what we are going to do now. That's what we are going to do now. So we show the dimensions on them and we name them. So the various parts have been labeled and dimensioned. So this is the front elevation, this is the plan, and this is the end view. So the solution to this problem is as simple as I've shown it here. So all you need to do is to look for similar questions and solve them. Then subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I upload any video, you get a notification. And also like the channel and then share it with friends who are technical drawing students. So technical drawing is simple. As long as you can practice, you find it simple. That's what you need to do. So keep on practicing. Just keep on practicing. So look for questions, similar questions, and solve them. So as I've done here. So I'm sure if you continue doing that, your A is sure in your WAEC exam or NECO exam. Thank you.